You're a Noble Genetics OG. You've got the NFT to prove it. You got the hoodie. I've got this hoodie over here. I printed free hoodies for my special class NFT holders. So this is from the Noble Extracts collection. That's my design. It's Noble Extracts number 0. If you scan this NFT, it will go to the blockchain and tell you it's owned by noblegenetics.sol. And that is the use case. There, I'm wearing my Ferrari. Good morning, and thanks to everyone that joins. If you enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you've got anything you'd like me to cover, whether it's a project you're looking into or something you're not sure about on the blockchain, just drop a comment and I'd be happy to cover it in the next video. This is one that's a bit close to my heart. I've been thinking about it recently because everyone keeps wondering what is the blockchain, but it's not about what it is, it's about why blockchain and how we can utilize the technology. The same way you don't need to know how the internet works, you just log into a browser and utilize it. If people needed to understand all the background to how they can post a picture on Facebook or Instagram, no one would utilize it. So unfortunately, with such a new technology, we get lost in trying to explain the technology versus the use cases of it. So I'd like to go over a little bit of a history on it, as well as touching on a few amazing use cases I see for the technology. I've unfortunately not had great internet this week, along with power because of scheduled power cuts, and I can't get hold of my service provider to sort the internet out, so I thought I'd get this video out because I don't need any internet to record it. So I'd like to start off saying thanks to all the developers, creators, and investors that have somehow been involved with Web3 and blockchain technology. It's not possible without everyone that's using the technology, whether it's venture capitalists or the small guy posting his artwork on a single base, like on a basic marketplace, and they're just creating the artwork and selling it as an NFT. Blockchain is the next phase of the internet. Internet made a lot of promises, but unfortunately it failed in many aspects. You can go look into that if you'd like to, but I feel that blockchain fixes many of the shortcomings of the internet. And in the age that we're entering at the moment, that validity and authorization is going to be necessary when communicating through technology. As Chris Dixon, the author of Read, Write, Own, a book on the blockchain I'd like to read if I'm able to get the book, he mentioned that there are a lot of self-inflicted wounds with blockchain technology and crypto at the moment due to the casino culture that took over. But what people need to understand is it's a computer in the sky that runs itself, which will go into some use cases of that potential. But it's a computer in the sky and we can use it however we would like to. But for as long as humans have been around, there's been some sort of bartering or trading, because we would always have excess of something and need or want of something else. So that created a ledger system, whether it was in our minds or as the mentality of trading and bartering became more commonplace, and as society developed, you felt there was a need for a banker and someone that the society trusted as the authority figure to balance the books. All it is balancing the books. Someone lost this and someone gained this, and there's a trade and the books always have to balance. Unfortunately, due to human greed and the success of the banking system and traditional finance, there's been a lot of manipulation, and the small guy always loses out, and the people behind the scenes are the ones making all the gains. Debasement has been a thing for as long as currency has existed. Back in Roman days, they would melt the silver down and mix it with other metals to get more, and then mint a few more fucking whatever those silver tokens were called, And that's where the minting comes from, because you mint tokens or coins. And they would water down the silver, so there was more money in circulation than value. And that's been happening to fiat currencies for as long as you can imagine. You can look into it, and anyone that's tried to affect that has come out dead, because there's people behind the scenes that don't mind inflation. And inflation sounds like a good thing because it's getting bigger, but your currency is getting bigger. The circulating supply is getting bigger. So your buying power is getting less. Cryptocurrency, many of them have a fixed value. Bitcoin, that's its thing. It doesn't offer much else than this is how much there are, and there will never be more. You cannot mint more Bitcoin. It's also a perfect system. Not perfect. It's got there were some things that needed to be fixed. Casper came through with a lot of those. The trilemma, where you need the security, speed, and it's scalability, security, something else. So yeah, this is where cryptocurrency came in and allowed for an authority figure without an authority behind it. So there's not someone behind it that can manipulate the technology. Blockchain is essentially just verified transactions. For someone that doesn't understand the deeper understanding of it, think of it as sending an SMS or an email, and various nodes on the network computers are verifying that that's an official transaction of currency. And what it does is it minuses from your account and adds into another account. If you've signed that with your private key, it's put onto the blockchain and it's there forever. It cannot be edited. It cannot be manipulated in any sense. So that use case then brings out so many more potentials. But then what happened was, unfortunately, it wasn't scalable at the time. 2017, 2018, there was a nice adoption potential, but it wasn't scalable. Transaction fees skyrocketed through the roof. And there wasn't such a thing as, there wasn't more than just the currency. But as the technology developed, they released smart contracts, and that allows for us to use any piece of data and put it onto the blockchain. So that just opened up worlds of potential. Whether you can think of it as an empty lunchbox, and whatever you'd like to put in it, you can put on the blockchain. Whether that's a piece of data, a piece of code, you get decentralized applications now. Decentralized web is coming. It's just opened up so much more. So you can think humans have always wanted a little more than their neighbor. It's a status thing. We've loved symbols. So you get a Ferrari, you want people to know you have that Ferrari, but every time you drive it, you're getting stone chips. You're depreciating the value. My previous owner had a Ferrari that had driven less than 100 kilometers, or it was like just slightly more than 100 kilometers, and it was 30 years old. It had never been washed with water. He would go and sweep the roads. He'd drive it once a year, and he'd drive the whole road he would drive, and he'd sweep the roads for all the dust and everything, any stones, and then he'd drive it and drive back, and it parked for another year. But now, what crypto allows is for you to have an asset such as an NFT on a public wallet that's linked to your social media. No one can post to that wallet unless you sign it. And you've got these assets that everyone can see you have, and no one can steal them. They can see the previous trade value. They can see the current floor price to get in on that collection. And it's just what humans have loved. You get some Gucci, you get some of this. So Bored Apes are one of those things. If you own a Bored Ape or a degen ape, you are in a higher tier within the crypto community. And as this technology gets adopted, there will be upper exclusive brands that sell the NFTs just purely for the value of that someone bought that for that value. And that's how a lot of current finance goes around. These bigger brands, you're buying the brand, you're not buying the cost price of the item. Then it goes down to creators and artists. I mean, throughout history, the artists of various pieces have been shorted. I mean, they've sold their piece just because they can, and they get that money and they're grateful for it. But as they gain success, they don't get any of that additional income or profit that their piece goes for. And many of them often only go to those prices after they've passed away. So with NFTs, it allows royalties paid to creators and artists. You can set your price, and if it's sold on a public marketplace, the person that buys it, a certain percentage, whether it's 1% or 20%, goes towards the artist. My NFT collection's 10%. I think the Soul Sand NFTs are 6.5% royalties. So as the company does better, they get a percentage of each sale. This helps some tokens as well have tax, and the tax on the trading or transactions goes towards your liquidity or a buyback and burn. It also allows for authentication. So for something such as my Noble Genetics, I can have people sign in with their wallet on my website, and that allows them to buy all the seeds for free. Because my NFTs offers people lifetime guaranteed seeds for free. Depending on the tier, it goes from 10 packs, which is 60 seeds, all the way up to 1,000 seeds per year. And that is what NFTs allow. You can kick back to your supporters. So people that bought my NFTs 2 years ago when I released them, my brand had already existed for a while, but this was me offering it to the public that, here, you can buy shares in my brand, and the cost of that NFT goes towards me developing the brand further, thus improving the value of what you invested. Many people saw NFTs as a gamble. This is the case. I bought some of those NFTs where the project was only to raise funds and give away the funds to a group of people. And that's all fun, but it's not a proper use case. I took an existing brand in the real world, created 33 NFTs at various tier levels, and you would get shares in my brand as well as lifetime benefits, along with owning the exact NFT, the design. You can see on my fridge over there, I've got all the NFTs that were bought. This is hard going opposite, but all the NFTs that were bought, I put a sticker on my fridge because they're part of my community. They sit at my table now, and forever I can support those people. I would love to give them their money back that they invested times 10, because there's only 10 NFTs left. I gave a few away and many were bought, and it means so much to me when someone will take their hard-earned money and buy a piece of my brand. Long term, I'm losing out, but short term, the belief, the finance is cool, but the belief in my brand and that someone else, I'm responsible for giving someone else value with my life, that means so much more to me than any income that these could bring, because it's more people sitting at my table. And I've always believed that I won't build bigger walls as my life improves, because I would like more seats at my table. I can only eat so much, you know. Then we can have a look at another real world use case: degrees, certificates, tickets, driver's license, matric certificates, your entrance, car and land ownership. That links up with real world tokenization. Imagine, I mean, throughout my childhood, I remember mom taking a car for a service and having to whip out the file with the maintenance and log everything and write down how many kilometers that was at and what was done. And we have to always try and recall that when we get to the mechanic. Imagine you book your car in, it's got a collection of its own, and every time you go for a service or maintenance or swap parts or do something to your car, it logs an NFT with the various information on it. That's there forever. You've got your wallet, it's connected to that, and you will never lose that information. It's on the blockchain. I feel like that is one of the best use cases. Tickets for my smokeout, I offered NFT tickets. So you could forever say you attended that year's smokeout because you have the NFT. People can look at your public wallet. You can have private wallets with your own money, you know, never put everything in the wallet people know about. If you do have a public wallet, such as one connected to your Twitter page, verified and everything, you can have that in there and people will see, cool, you're attending the smokeout. or you've been to the smokeout. You're a Noble Genetics OG. You've got the NFT to prove it. You got the hoodie. I've got this hoodie over here. I printed free hoodies for my special class NFT holders. So this is from the Noble Extracts collection. That's my design. It's Noble Extracts number 0. If you scan this NFT, it will go to the blockchain and tell you it's owned by noblegenetics.sol. And that is the use case. There, I'm wearing my Ferrari. And if people want to know, those NFTs on the highest class extracts NFTs, they go for 20,000 Rand. So you rock that NFT hoodie, someone can check the price you bought it for, and you tell them what? Do you own that hoodie you're wearing? When someone sees your hoodie and checks the NFT out and buys one and improves your value, does Adidas give you cut for wearing their hoodie? No. But crypto allows for that sort of development. So get yourself a piece of the Noble Netwrk pie. I'm going to be dropping these tokens this year sometime. So make sure you lock in your free airdrop. Then comes one of the biggest use cases at the moment. It's the GameFi Metaverse play, such as Decentralized. Solanaverse is one of them I'm trying to implement. Asvoria is one that just launched. My internet issues have been the biggest headache because of that launch, but I managed to pack a little bag. Could have been bigger if I didn't have internet issues, but I'm glad to be a part of the project. That looks like it's going to be something great. But within the metaverse, the current thing is just asset ownership. I mean, everyone knows Fortnite. People are paying a lot of money to buy various assets on Fortnite, as well as accounts on Fortnite that have developed their characters. This is possible with blockchain, and you can trade your land, player characters, various assets you have in the game on a public marketplace and use that in the real world. But what I feel is the higher potential is that there's an online signature. So anyone can go post something on Facebook, but now what crypto allows is for you to sign that transaction. So within social media or in the metaverse, you can verify who you're communicating with. If Gary Vee posts something and it's absolutely opposite to what he would say, who knows that it's not a deepfake AI trying to cause various issues within his brand? So you could then go to the garyv.eth.sol.whatever and check that his wallet signed that social media post. And as long as he's got custody of his wallet and he doesn't connect it to stupid websites and sign various things that he shouldn't be signing, you can verify that that's that person and that person posted that, or the person you're in a Zoom call with or a Solanaverse business meeting with. You can verify that they've signed with their wallet, that the person you're communicating with is the person that has custody with the wallet that you know to be that person. And the business use case of that is just limitless. Imagine having online shops. Asvoria is looking towards doing that. So you can have your shop in the metaverse and someone orders it and you send it to them. The reach of that is ridiculous. I've realized that with this YouTube channel, and the world is your marketplace. I've struggled a lot with South Africa because the mentality doesn't fit the mentality that I've built my brand around. Long-term, high value, quality over quantity. It doesn't fit the South African mentality. I love South Africa, but it's got a long way to go, unfortunately. The land and the people are beautiful, but it's struggling right now. So then RWA tokenization, that's real world assets. I know TokenFi is working on that with the Floki project. That's a project that was a meme coin and got taken over and now has token lockers, metaverse plays, education. They've built schools in the real world. And they've now released the sister token called Token, which I absolutely loved. And they're doing a launch pad for real world assets on the Binance Smart Chain and I think Ethereum. I think it's those two. But now that allows you to sell houses, sell cars. I would love to buy a farm with an NFT collection. Imagine you release let's say small time, 10 NFTs. You could do it 10,000, but then the shares and dividends isn't going to be too high unless you buy quite a few. So imagine doing a collection of 10 NFTs. It's a picture of the plot you're buying, and each person buys a little square. Let's say there's a couple houses on the property. Buy the NFT, it allows me to not go through a bank to get a farm loan. It allows me to raise the funds needed to set up a farm. With business plans, you wouldn't buy the NFT without looking into the potentials. But now imagine that allows you, let's say 12 NFTs a month. So you get 1 month out of the year at one of the houses on the property. You could use that to rent out an Airbnb to make income, or you could take a month out of the year and just go live on a farm. There's 12 of them, so let's say whatever revenues generated from the farm through honey, through fruit, through cannabis, through other agriculture, through wine production, that revenue can be split amongst the NFT holders through cryptocurrency and then traded and cashed out for fiat should the person want to, or kept in cryptocurrency. My Noble Netwrk tokens will serve as shares of my brand, traded publicly, but the umbrella brand that Noble Genetics, Noble Inputs, Noble Extracts, Root Hosting, Ezra Records, and the Robotic Innovation Hub of South Africa fall under. And those will be the publicly traded shares. But I have no belief in the traditional finance system. So why would I list on one of those exchanges when I can utilize blockchain technology and give lifetime benefits to those that own my NFTs as well as tokens? I mentioned some of the seed fundings. That's your initial coin offering. In 2017, I lost a lot of money. Make sure you do your own research and only invest money you can lose. People that share their face have merchandise, and existing holders that have held for 2 years and are more than happy holding for the rest of their lifetime proves value to that collection. See what other projects people have done in the past, see what their reputation is within the industry. Have they been involved in rug pulls? I've been on the receiving end of rug pulls. I minted the #1 rarest NFT in a collection, and I woke up to the website not existing and the Discord deleted. And I was like, oh, there's that Irish luck. I'm luckily unlucky. So I'll mint the #1 and I miss it. And then, yeah, it's decentralized and no authority. And where Bitcoin and Ethereum failed was the scalability with their transaction fees and speed. Something that Jonathan Sompolinski has released is Casper. It's up here. I feel it answers all the problems we've been dealing with in terms of why cryptocurrency is not publicly adoptable. Casper stands for silver and Bitcoin's the gold. It will be the store of value, but we need a trade currency, and that is where Casper comes in. It's block DAG technology. So Jonathan came out just shortly after Satoshi Nakamoto brought Bitcoin to our reality, disappeared, and Jonathan popped up. So that's why I've been involved with the meme coin Yotoshi, because it believes that Jonathan is Satoshi. And the block DAG allows for amazing speed. I mean, they're going to be competing with Visa, MasterCard level speeds, possibly more. And it's got the security of Bitcoin. It is a mined proof of work network. I won't go into that too much, but a lot of the other ones, such as Solana, I love Solana. It's where my NFTs are based, but it's proof of stake. Proof of work is what we need, and BlockDAG solves the scalability problem we had with proof of work systems. They haven't implemented smart contracts yet, so NFTs and various other tokens are not possible, but it is in the works, and they've been testing testnet 11, which has 10 blocks per second, which is ridiculous speeds. Once they implement smart contracts, I will be probably bridging over to that and utilizing the Casper network. Just wanted to say it's limited only to the minds that utilize it. If you'd like to bring your brand into Web3 and you're still watching this far into the video, contact Root Hosting. I offer blockchain and Web3 consultation, whether that's for investment or for bringing your brand into Web3 and offering people that support your brand benefits within it. Or even if you're a breeder and you'd like to release some limited seed packs that you know the person has those seeds because they own the NFT. If you're an artist and you'd like to release some limited art pieces that if the person buys the NFT, they get the real world asset. Let me know. I'm happy to help anyone come into this technology. And yeah, thank you very much. Just that the people who get on in this world are people who get up and look for circumstances they want, and if they can't find them, they make them. So thanks to everyone that is utilizing blockchain technology, and thank you to everyone that's watching my channel, supporting, and big, big, big thank you to everyone that owns one of my noble NFTs. It's misunderstood, but the value will be proven if it's not already been. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and drop a comment if you'd like me to touch on anything else.